Darn thing. Anyway. Loading screens.
Wow, what in the world was that? An earthquake or a nightmare? Wild monsters attacked me, and the earth shook. Press the action button to scroll through dialogues or to end them. Use the appropriate buttons to rotate your field of view in a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. This should help with getting your bearings.
It's voiced. Oh, so wonderful. At least parts of it will be.
Good morning, Melvin. Have you finally woken up? Oh no, that was no dream. I would say it was a slight earthquake. I noticed it too, but at least it got you out of bed, you sleepyhead. You're like your father. Sleepiness seems to be a typical steamer characteristic. I'm really happy I managed to teach you a couple of dreamer skills as well. But now you should get on your way to your Uncle Rissen's druid cell. Your work awaits you there, and I'm sure Rissen knows more about the quake. Melvin, how many times have I told you not to jump onto the table?
I have to find all the things I can interact with. Right. Right.
Can you do me a favor and take these books back to the library?
Sure.
Thank you. That's really awfully kind of you. And when you've taken them back, I've got a small reward for you.
I would much rather go and play at the Dragon Fountain. Surely everyone except me is there already. But I've got this stupid cold, and my mother won't let me go out.
I actually think this is fully voiced. Ah. Yoink. Wrong button.
It seems years since a shack trader came to the city, and now that one has finally arrived, he's allowed himself to be ambushed. Now he's sitting in the inn complaining because he only just escaped with his life.
Melvin, you're my last hope. I was just going to take the whole class on a trip to collect and study the local herbs in the forest. But since the forest around Dreamer Town is no longer safe, I'll have to hold my lessons here in the village. But my herb collection is incomplete. Could you fetch me some shade fern leaves?
Yes, yes I can. Considering I have to do every single quest anyway.
And what do you think I'm doing here? Warming my backside? Well, the truth is that I'm doing a detention. Unfair, isn't it? Anyway, it gives me the chance to learn a lot. Shall I tell you what I've just found out?
Sure.
Steamers and dreamers cannot live together in one place. If only because all their interests and customs differ so completely. For example, no dreamer can stand the terrible racket steamers make with their loud voices. Steamers are used to speaking very loudly due to the constant machine noise. Anyway, there is the old traditional rule that forbids us to live with them.
Hello, Mel. I'm just counting my stock. Some of my volumes are still missing, and I've decided to reopen The Keeper of the Word only when every last one of my loaned books has been returned to me. Oh, good. Here at last are Mrs. Sengan's books. If that's so, then I can finally open the library again.
Oh yeah, time actually moves. Why dreamers should never consort with seamers. I should very much stop messing around and actually do the... Uncle is down there. Okay.
There's a notice on the door. Melvin, as I no longer wanted to wait for you, I have gone ahead into the wood to collect mistletoe. I will be back at about 5. Your Uncle Risson.
I now remember. That's why I do every other side quest first.
Tell me, you half-dreamer, are you trying to pull an old man's leg? I've got far better things to do than answer your stupid questions.
Certainly I've got a problem. Rats. Every cursed night they creep around in my cellar and gnaw at everything. I just can't sleep with all the noise they make, or at least not without a strong sleeping draught. It's really too stupid that I have no weapon to get rid of the vermin once and for all.
Yeah. Yes, again, this game is ridiculously quiet. At least it saves pretty quickly.
Well, hi there. I'm Hernt, the landlord of this wonderful establishment, and ever at your service. I have plenty of good food and clean, comfortable rooms to offer. Just have a look around the rooms yourself. Oh, Mel, it's you. Sorry, I didn't recognize you at first. Oh, but could you do me a favor?
Sure, Mr. Blow into your mic when recording your lines.
Here are 5 gold coins. Take them and buy a bottle of dark distress wine from the local wine trader for my guests.
Who am I? Don't you know me? I'm the famous adventurer Sirandoran. My name and my famous acts are known throughout Gothos.
I'm terribly sorry, but our caravan was ambushed on the way back here yesterday, and I've lost everything but my life. So I haven't got anything to sell at the moment. Now there's nothing else for me to do than sit down and wait for the next Shaka caravan. And to make things worse, the braggart next to me is really getting on my nerves. He's always talking about his wild adventures and battles with dragons. If he's a hero, then I'm a dyed-in-the-wool schemer. Do you want to know the truth about him? It'll only cost you 5 gold coins. Just ask me whenever you've got gold and time to spare. Will you pay me 5 gold coins for the information?
Sure.
I've often met Siren Doran, as the fellow is called, in the Steaming Horse, the inn at Steamer Town. He told his adventure stories there, too, about dangerous journeys over the sea, on a dragon's back. A dragon. Have you ever seen a dragon? He would wet himself if he really saw one. The sad truth is that Siren Doran is just a terrible show-off.
Oh, lucky me. Tonight I'll see my beloved bunny again. How I wish it was already dark and we could meet right now at the playing field.
Well, I know what I'll be doing once it gets dark.
Hey, wait! Will you just stop that? How do you know I've been in the Steaming Horse, Well, maybe I exaggerate a little sometimes, but look, I'm an adventurer and a writer. I am simply here to tell people stories. And I can tell made-up stories very well. Please, you mustn't tell anyone the truth about me. I'm very grateful that you're not a blabbermouth who has to tell everyone everything.
I've heard something's happening at the village well. Have you been there?
That's the type of voice you're gonna choose. Never mind.
Hey, you people! Come over here and listen carefully! I've come to warn you!
Warn us? About what?
It came over us last night. At first, it was just a slight tremor, but then it became a violent earthquake. It could have reduced a whole mountain range to rubble. Hordes of terrible creatures suddenly emerged from the depths of the earth and destroyed whole sections of Steamer Town. 5 of us were actually killed.
We should never have let Furnace Child into our house. Come on, let's throw him out now.
Well, yes, that could be a cause. Perhaps it's the wrath of the gods, or perhaps it is the powers of the underworld wanting to destroy us. Who knows?
Well then, Melvin, I think it's finally time for you to leave us.
But I haven't done anything wrong. Why me? I've never been to Steamer Town.
Shut your mouth, you little steamer. We'd be better off without you anyhow.
Now stop exaggerating. What am I actually accused of? I'm innocent.
What do you all want from him? He's innocent. You can't just throw him out. Be quiet, Carissa. If we say he's guilty, then...
Please, everyone, calm down and just think for a moment what you're asking. Only the High Council of the city is authorized to issue judgments. We won't be able to pass judgment on this matter before morning, but it will at least be a just one. Therefore, young Melvin, you should go to your uncle's house and stay there until then.
This time you were lucky, Melvin. But next time...
Melvin, please come here. I wish to speak to you. I am truly sorry, but look. People who are different from all others often have difficulties being accepted by the majority. You had better go to your uncle and await our decision. And try not to worry, Melvin. Have faith in justice.
I shall follow your advice, High Council.
All right, Melvin. Just don't give up hope.
I shall follow your advice just as soon as I've explored the entire village and done all the quests.
Hi, Mel. I'm here in the Guardian of Time. I strike the bell every hour on the hour. It's 12 noon.
Like that time advances according to the things you do.
During the game, you will receive new objects that you can find in your character menu.
Way to wreck that 4th council member.
If you don't find a particular place in Dreamer Town at once, use the overview map. Open the character menu and use the directional buttons to scroll to the map symbol. Press the action button to open the overview map. To close the map, just close the character menu.
Why aren't you at your uncle's house? Or is there something important you absolutely have to do?
Gasanagoth fights the fires of the north.
Well, since you are already here, you can do me a favor. Can you take something to my daughter Larissa?
Sure.
Here's a sandwich. Please take it to Larissa. She must be playing somewhere near the Dragon Fountain.
So much tutorial.
If I remember right, you're meant to go to your uncle's, aren't you?
It could be that Bacchus and I had a few too many drinks yesterday. I think I slammed the door and somehow I must have shut Bacchus in the side room. Now, unfortunately, I can't find the key anymore. I do remember, though, that I stumbled through the bushes near the crumbling city wall before the guards steered me home again. Ah! I see you have the key! Would you be so good as to free Bacchus from his prison?
Go on. Leave me alone. This wine is all mine, and I'll drink it all myself. You want a velvety pig? No, surely you mean a sweet glue. Well, all right. I've got a bottle of dark distress here. You want to buy it? 5 gold coins, please. There you are. As always, if you stand around for a while, you'll find out that it turns to vinegar all on its own. Myself, I am patience personified. But what about Hernt, the landlord?
Good! Good! You've got the door open! Thank you, Melvin, but please don't speak so loudly. Wine? Oh, dear. You better ask Bacchus. I've had enough of wine for today.
Very good. You've got the wine for me. Look, I'll give you some gold as a reward. You've been a great help, but right now I'm afraid I haven't got anything for you to do.
Dragon fountain's up there. It's my next stop. Okay. Time to deliver a sandwich.
I've heard rumors that the High Council has ordered you to go to your uncle's house and stay there. Well, be off with you.
As you can see, I'm very busy, and I'm hungry. Can you give me the bread roll? I'll give you something for it.
Yep.
There's a bit of butter on the roll. Ugh. Oh well, what the heck. It's better than nothing at all. I'll give you my balloon for it. It's gone down a bit anyway.
If you don't go to your uncle's house as you've been told, then I'll tell the guards.
Oh, what a fool I am. I'm going to meet my beloved this evening and wanted to lay the whole world at her feet like a goddess. But I haven't got a suitable present for her. Oh, help me. Love makes you blind and clouds the senses.
Hello. Here's our steamer dreamer. Look, I'll conjure up a balloon for you. It's a childishly simple magic spell. Can you do it? Probably not, huh? I assume half steamers like you would much rather mess about in engine oil. Well, anyway, if you should by chance manage to conjure up a balloon, then you absolutely must show it to me. Well, steamer dreamer, have you managed to conjure up a balloon? Wow, a balloon! It must have been very difficult for you to get that, especially since you can hardly do magic. I think I'll be kind and give you a couple of experience points for your achievement. There's nothing you can do for me at the moment.
Still got to do presents, rats, shade fan.
There's a notice on the door. Melvin, as I no longer wanted to wait for you,
What time is it now?
It's 3 in the afternoon.
Thank you, Mr. Clock. Present and a shade fan.
What are you still doing here? Get out of here!
It'll only bring bad luck.
Why don't you do what you're told? Go to your uncle's and stay there.
The joy of trying to figure out exactly what I have to do.
To be honest, you would be doing me a favor if you stopped asking me so many questions.
History. Yes. The shade ferns named Lahara in the old tongue is a very rare plant, which flowers only very briefly. It prefers to grow, as its name suggests, in dark, damp, and shady places, long forgotten. The shade fan is now back in fashion due to its medicinal properties. When used in the druids' herbal kitchens, it is said that in a drink it is particularly good against the growth of nasal hair. Or it's kept in someone's room. That's fine. It's fine.
The shade ferns. You've brought it with you. Now at last I can begin my lesson. Here, take a little chalk for it. Take care to keep it dry in your backpack. Sometimes chalk is very useful for marking the way. I have written a very significant book about the history of the dreamers and the steamers. I consider it extremely important that people should know the past of their own race. And my books are also as exciting as crime thrillers. Would you like to have a summary of it?
Sure.
Many centuries ago, something really terrifying must have happened on Gothos. Today, no one knows anymore what it was exactly, but many old books suggest something quite terrible. Clearly, the ancient peoples of Gothos only managed to save our world from the ominous threat of destruction by joining forces in a huge war effort. But discord soon broke out among the survivors of the battle. What was the cause of the catastrophe, and what could be done to avoid it in the future? There were rumors of treachery, but who had betrayed whom? Finally, the people split into two camps. Those who saw a solution to all problems in the power of magic became the Dreamers and founded our city, while those who wished to rely solely on their great knowledge in the use of mechanics, technology, and machines became the Steamers. From that day on, the two peoples went their entirely separate ways.
Yet, I am both steamer and dreamer. Child of both worlds that belongs to neither. Topical. Right.
Melvin, don't get so upset. Just because a few people react a little aggressively toward you, everyone's a bit nervous at the moment. Just be yourself, stay friendly, and help whoever you can. Perhaps Risson also has some good advice to give you. Probably an hour short. Okay.
Why aren't you at your uncle's house? Or is there something important you absolutely have to do?
I'm very grateful that you're not a blabbermouth who has to tell everyone everything.
It's rumored that you bring us bad luck. Now just leave me in peace and pass your bad vibes on to someone else.
Unfortunately, I still have nothing to sell at the moment. But things are sure to change soon. You can come to me anytime, or another shock trader, if you want to buy or sell anything.
You've been a great help, but right now I'm afraid I have...
absolute need to wander around until I find what I'm looking for.
You good-for-nothing. Hasn't anyone told you to stay at your uncle's house?
Huh. Nearly half the village so far.
Certainly I've got a problem. Rats. Every cursed night.
Can't do that yet. I believe that's for after Uncle.
It's 4 in the afternoon.
Certainly is. One more quest. One more quest. That is doable. I have to find Mr. Saris at present.
Have you taken the books back to the library? Good. To thank you, I'm giving you this rose. Oh, Melvin, don't blush.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Just what I was looking for.
Oh, noble knight, haven't you a rose you can spare me? Noble sir, my heart is full of joy. Here, take these 5 gold coins for your pains. And now, be so kind as to leave me alone so that I can count the hours until I see my beloved.
Sure. What is my 80%?
Hello, Melvin. When I was in the forest this morning gathering mistletoe, I heard some very strange sounds. It sounded as though wild animals were breaking through the undergrowth. Unfortunately, though, I couldn't make anything out. I heard about the Council's order. It could be that the judgment will affect you severely now that everyone seems to be projecting all their fears onto you. Nevertheless, we must keep a clear head and not neglect our everyday obligations. I urgently need a compass from the cellar. Would you fetch it for me? Wait, you'll need this copper key to open the cellar door.
music in this game, is there? It's so low you can't hear it. At this point, I should very much save. I'm definitely about to have combat. Oh dear God. I'm almost dead. Killed by a rat. Yep. Can't wait to get a goddamn ranged weapon. Well done, you defeated your first opponents. I've only lost half my health. To rats. A boss fight. Level 1. Crap weapon. Ouch. Oh dear God, you could really heal more.
That must be the compass Uncle Risson meant.
Well, I only had to use all my healing items.
Well done. In the meantime, I've spoken to your mother. We're both convinced it would be better for you to leave Dreamer Town and live for some time with your father in Steamer Town. That means you must leave the city unnoticed by the guards. Your mother has been waiting for you at the Dragon Fountain since sunset. Keep the compass and the dagger as presents from me. Good luck, Mel.
Motherfucker. Ah, goody. Couldn't even see it. Yes, what I wanted to happen. On the plus side, I can redo this fight. Maybe not lose so much health this time. Ding! No damage taken.
That must be the compass Uncle...
Accept this victory completely.
Well done. In the meantime, I've spoken to your mother. We're both convinced... Have you already met your mother? She said she...
Yep. Waiting for me at the Dragon Fountain. And save. Well, as long as I keep running into me, who am I to...
You carry a weapon, hmm? Would you be so kind as to deal with those troublesome rats in my cellar for me? Here's the cellar key.
Right. I should save, and I should save often. I don't want to die, that is.
Good work, Mel. Now at last I can sleep undisturbed and without a sleeping draft. Here, you take it. I won't be needing it anymore. Please don't bother me any longer. Now that I can sleep, I'd rather do that than talk.
Any rats around?
What are you doing here? This is my date.
Are you secretly creeping after me? What are you doing here in the middle of the night? I'm warning you. I'll tell the High Council about you tomorrow.
Oh, Melvin, isn't that terrible? Everyone seems to blame you for what's happened in Steamertown. All dreamers are afraid the misfortune could befall us, too. Dreamertown can't remain your home for long. I assume that Steamertown would be a safer place for you right now. Go and try to find your father, Godon, there. He's a brave man and will do his best to protect you. Oh, I'm so sorry for you about all this. But let's keep a cool head. We must make sure we get you past the guards at the little gate on the northern side of Dreamertown unnoticed. It would be easier if the guards were asleep. You've got a sleeping draft. Great! Give it to me and wait here a moment. I'll take care of the guards and then clear your way through the little back door in the city wall.
Oh, my true love. Whenever we meet, my heart soars like a piece of paper floating on the wide ocean. Never before have I seen a woman as wonderful as you.
Oh, my beloved admirer. You always say such wonderful, exciting things to me. I am thrilled.
Sorry, Ferna, but no one can leave the city now. What are you doing here at this hour, anyway?
Oh, I couldn't sleep, so I thought, why not pay a little visit to the city guards? I was also wondering if you guys would like something to drink.
Thank you, Ferna. That's really very kind of you. Oh, my love.
Ah, my honey bunch.
The guards at the little gate are asleep. Here, take this magic dreamer cube as a memento of me. Now hurry and look after yourself. My thoughts will always be with you, my beloved son. Now hurry and take care of yourself.
It's free health. May as well take it. That's a tutorial done.
So, this is Steamer Town, my father's hometown. Looks as if it might take some getting used to, but nowhere near as bad as the dreamers always describe it. But first I must find my father. I'm really excited about getting to know him properly at last.
A short time ago, an earthquake shook our city, and since then, we have been attacked by monsters. It's really dangerous here, and we need help. Above all, our smith is up to his ears in it. I'm sure he would be grateful for any help. He lives just over there on the left.
Who are you? You don't look like a proper steamer. But you're welcome anyway, because right now we need all the help we can get. If you ever need a room, try the Steaming Horse. Just turn right at the next fork in the road.
Right.
Although it might not look like it at the moment, steam machines are our speciality. Only right now, there's the problem that several of our pipelines have leaks, so the steam is escaping. The holes must be closed up, as they threaten the energy supply to the whole city. The power station is also overloaded. Have you had experience with such matters?
Let me tell you about the terrible day when the ground suddenly shook and the incarnation of evil crept out of the depths of the earth in many forms to destroy our beautiful city. At the time, I was so paralyzed with fear at the sight of the gruesome destruction that Godon, one of the bravest among us, had to rescue me by pulling me back into his house. Not only did he save my life, but he warned us weeks before the catastrophe that strange things were happening underground.
Hello there. Would you like something to eat? Tumpo's cooking his famous stew over there in the kitchen.
Not too many steamers come into our place at the moment, but my feeling is that even the end of the world would be more bearable if it happened during a cozy gathering with friends. Anyway, why don't we share a plate of Tumpo's delicious stew?
A cork? I wonder how I could use it.
Now, my boy, would you like a portion of my famous steamer stew?
Sure.
An excellent choice. A half pint like you needs something substantial to eat. Wait here. I'll come right back with a steaming plate of stew for you. A cook am I and love it too. Tomorrow the same will surely do. Voila! No one cooks like I do. Mmm, what an aroma. Wonderful. Delicious. Here's your stew. Bon appetit. And if you enjoy it, spread the word.
Start knocking out some of these quests.
That stopped it. As easy as that.
Hello and welcome. Do you want to buy something?
Sure. I want that box though.
Hello and welcome.
Oh, that gives me the box. I still probably need to buy the cork as well, so that's could be a problem.
That stopped it. As easy as that. I've already blocked up the...
The crypts, eh?
This must be my father's house. It looks abandoned. The door's locked. I can't get in without a key.
Occasionally, we have had to deal with monsters in the past, but never as many as since the quake. There are hundreds now, waiting underground to attack us when it gets dark. So it's very dangerous to go about alone at night. In particular, you should avoid the graveyard, because it is said to be haunted by ghosts as well.
Have you met Philo? He's one of our engineers, although he's usually asleep because he's doing so many night shifts lately. But when he's awake, he's hardly ever seen without an oil can or screwdriver in his hand. In any case, it's great fun to pull his leg.
Look out for the escaping steam. Unfortunately, it still hasn't.
A cork? I wonder how I could use it.
On my engineer's honor, isn't a hard-working man allowed to have his midday sleep in peace anymore? And now, out of my house!
If that's the way you want to play it.
On my engineer's honor, Now then, boy, get out of my house and please give me back the oil can.
One oil can pilfered.
Wow, you really pulled Fulo's leg. I didn't know that half-dreamers like you had a sense of humor as well.
By the Great Spring Washer! Do not go to the scrapyard on any account. There is something big, rusty, and squeaky out there. Strangely, though, it doesn't seem to leave the scrapyard. They also say that it throws screws if you go near it.
Did you meet traders on the way here? Due to all the damage in the city, we need many things very urgently. For everyday items, the shop run by Lars, our local shopkeeper, is a good bet. It's opposite the Steaming Horse.
Our last visitor here in Steamer Town was a complete idiot. He managed to blow up the miner's equipment shed where the dynamite was stored. Since that day, poor Barris has had to guard the new shed. Sirandoran, that was the name of the dreamer genius. It really looks as though dreamers have nothing more than hot air between their pointed ears. Hello! You're the spitting image of a friend of mine. Are you Melvin, Godon's son? Do you know, when he isn't philosophizing about history, you are his favorite topic of conversation. You'll find your father's house near the old oil drilling tower. Just follow the village road towards Steamer Park. Your father's house is all locked up. Now I'm beginning to understand why I haven't seen him for days. I can make you a spare key for the door if you fetch me some xanthium ore from the mine over there. I would go myself, but I can't leave the forge fire.
Whatever you say, kindly Smith. First, I shall loot your house.
Oh, please, please, promise me you'll go into the mine to search for my beloved husband, Rumtalk. He is a miner, and 2 days ago, after his shift, he didn't return. He's probably only injured, but so far no one has had the courage to enter the mine and look for him. But you're made of sterner stuff, aren't you?
Yep. I am. I'm made of the sternest stuff around, lady.
Hello, my name's Allrock. Who are you, Half-Pint? You don't look much like a steamer. Actually, I'm just looking for my medicine, my castor oil. Aha! Found it. It's very useful and versatile. I would even give you a bottle if you would do me a favor. My sweet little cat has run away. Can you bring her back to me?
A cork? I wonder how I could use it. That stopped it. As easy as that.
Believe me, not even 10 pop-pops would persuade me to enter the mine again.
I'm really worried about Rumdog's disappearance. He didn't come back after his shift.
Let's hope nothing terrible has happened. Anyway, he's an experienced miner.
Hope alone is not enough for me. I'm going to Tumpo's place to try and organize a search party. So you know where to find me?
Right, so I've got to go to Tumpo's before entering the mine.
What do you want here, Greenhorn? No one is allowed into the miner's shed. That's why I'm here. We store dynamite in there, and other dangerous substances. Things that inexperienced people like you shouldn't be allowed anywhere near. We've got enough problems here already. Ah, stew. Delicious. I love stew. I just can't get enough of it. Why don't you just let me enjoy it in peace?
Barris the Garbed is always hungry. The simplest way to make friends with him is to give him something to eat. Getting on the right side of Barris means filling his ever-grumbling tummy. Stew is his favorite food.
My Aunt Nanda recently had a nervous breakdown. Her beloved husband, Rumtok, has apparently disappeared in the depths of the mine. Some say he was caught in an aftershock, and others believe that his escape route was cut off. Since Nanda learned of it, she hasn't slept a wink.
My beloved spouse, Rumtalk, is still down.
I'm working on it, lady.
I just don't understand why the nurses didn't want to let me go. Apparently I wasn't well enough, but I feel absolutely great. By the way, since you're a half-dreamer, do you know a certain Sirendoran? Just before the catastrophe, we had to throw the idiot out of Steamer Town. From what I can see, dreamers only ever mean trouble.
A cork? I wonder how I could use it.
I'm so worried. Our children are still playing out there in the scrapyard, and people say it's still so dangerous there. The children just love playing in all the scrap, but I'm worrying myself half to death about them. They say there's something squeaking in there, and the area is so isolated. Do you think you could persuade my children they had better play at home?
During the night, when the fighting began, we quickly turned this house into a hospital. It wasn't easy, but we've now been able to treat most of the injured. Are you injured too? Your ears look a bit battered. Do you need help?
not stopped it. As easy as that.
In the graveyard? Holy piston! It's haunted there. You won't find me there until I'm dead myself.
Have a look at our house. Burned completely to the ground. And nowhere in this town is there enough water to quench the fires, let alone cool the power station. Normally the water supply is no problem at all, because we have a network of pipelines feeding the city. But now the pump at the reservoir has failed. We must get it working again as quickly as possible.
Oh, there's so much to do here.
Last year, a few friends and I poured castor oil into the wedding feast of this sourpuss waitress because she once threw us out. We just wanted to get some revenge. It was a huge success, and she never found out it was us. The poor chef. Since that day, Tumpo's reputation as a cook has been ruined, and hardly anyone eats at the Steaming Horse anymore.
Right.
Do you know Tumpo, the cook from the Steaming Horse? He prepared my wedding breakfast because I used to work there, but you can't imagine what a disaster that was. 3 hours after the meal, everyone felt sick, and it ended with me having to wash the floor on my wedding day. What a great start to a marriage. I would never eat there again.
Old Rock's funny cat is sitting on the highest platform of the old oil drilling tower and refuses to come down again. Its meowing is driving me mad.
You are not authorized to enter this part of Steamer Town.
Whatever you say, God. Platforming. Ugh. Hmm. No, first. Dang pigging. Cat got.
Look out for the escaping steam. Unfortunately, it's...
I have blocked up the holes. Unless, of course, there are more holes that I haven't found yet, in which case it's annoying.
Wonderful. You've brought back my beloved kitten. Here's the castor oil for you, as promised. But be careful with it, and only use it in small quantities. I should go into... Okay. First things first.
We're very worried about Rum Dog. He's still in the mine. I'm just gathering some brave men together to go looking for him. Unfortunately, we've got no weapons to protect us against the monsters down there. What about you?
Well, I have weapon, but...
Looks like stew, but I don't know what kind. Perhaps I should pour in some castor oil all the same. There. Now it's in the stew. It hardly smells of anything, but I'm definitely not gonna try it now.
Now, my boy, would you like a portion of my famous steamer stew?
Yep.
An excellent choice. A half pint like you needs something substantial to eat. Wait here. I'll come right back with a steaming plate of stew for you.
Poor guy.
A cook am I and love it too. Tomorrow the same will surely do. That smells funny. Have I used too much garlic? All the same, who will notice? Certainly not that little dreamer out there. Smells a bit funny, but who's gonna notice?
Well, the custom is you say that straight in front of them, but, you know.
Have you ever tried...
I'm just uncomfortable today. Need a better chair. thing I have to do in the future.
Oh, but that's very kind of you. Stew, my absolutely favorite food. Yum! Oh, what's happening to me? Oh, I think something awful is happening in my belly. Ugh, that stew's got a funny aftertaste. Oh, that stew is doing terrible things to my insides. Yeah, I think I'll have to leave you for a second, but don't go away. I'll be right back. Just stay here and don't let anyone into the shed. Understand? Oh, I'd better hurry.
Poor guy. A sword at last. Dynamite. The park's down there, which I can't go to yet. The mine's over there, which I need to go into, and the crypt's over there, which I can go towards, but... And I really should check out what's in there. I should also save, before I accidentally kill myself and lose all this progress. Definitely can't do anything there yet. Okay. As I now have a sword, I take it. Well, stored up a ton of the pipes. I think I got them all, so... well, all I can.
We're very worried about Rumdog. He's still in the mine. I'm just gathering some brave men together to go looking for him. Unfortunately, we've...
Nothing. Straight to the mine then. Oil, dynamite.
I'll stay here in case Rumtok finds his own way out of the mine. You shouldn't enter the mine without really good weapons.
Unfortunately, I'm still near the beginning of the game, so no real choice there. See a thing. Okay. Okay, save there.
There was a sound. Is anybody there? I'm not quite sure where that sound came from.
Help me! Is someone there? Can anyone hear me? Hello? Miner in trouble! Hey, you over there! Can you please help me? I can't get out of here! The tunnels behind me have collapsed and I can't get over the chasm! I've been trapped here for days!
Stay calm, pal. I'll find a way to get you out of there.
Okay, don't worry. I'll stay calm. But please hurry!
Flying enemies.
Wow, pretty impressive.
Play it safe, because I don't want to die.
I could certainly blow this open with dynamite.
So I need to find some more. Okay. Yep, fine, fine, fine. fucking hell did you come from? Would you let me see? I didn't die outright when I fell down the hole. Must admit I was actually expecting to. There's some dynamite. Oh, for the love of... Oh, must you fucking do that? It... Oh, can you not spawn an infinite amount of these things? Great. Couldn't see, thought I was out of range. Wonderful. I know what would be fair. Let's have enemies infinitely respawning. That'd be fair. Wouldn't mind if they did it when I travelled between floors, but no. We've just got to have infinitely respawning fireball spitting horrors. I end up getting sent back all this way. Fine, fine, fine. Fine. Can't kill them all. It's just a pain in the butt. Right.
That's the tipper wagon loading station. If I had a lever or something, I could repair the mechanism and use the tipper wagons. That's the tipper wagon loading station. If I had a...
Yeah. Okay. no more hell spawns. From there, anyway. Okay, now I have to run back around just so I can go in that little room. Oh, I knew I should have went down there. Nothing useful at all. Save. Well, there goes all my health. not meant for it. I should really... be doing that.
That's the tipper wagon loading station. If I had a...
I do not have a lever though, which is a shame. Although I should say yet. I do not have a lever yet. I should probably do that.
Oh, you! Oh, thank you, my friend! Oh, man, how I look forward to seeing my wife Nanda again! What's your name, anyway? I've never seen you before in Steamer Town.
My name's Melvin, and I come from Dreamer Town. First, calm yourself. Do you think you can make it back alone? I've got something else to do down here.
Okay. Oh, thank you again for saving my life. By the way, I was just about to repair the tipper wagon loading station, and I needed this crowbar. Here, take it. Perhaps you can make use of it down here.
Just what I needed.
That's it. Now I can use the loading station for my purpose. That's the tipper wagon loading station. If I had a lever or something, I could... That's what happens to hindrances that try to hold me up.
Okay. Well, that's the ore I need. And this is the entrance. Mine done.
Rumtalk told me it was you alone who saved him. I thank you, because Rumtalk is my best friend.
Oh, Mal! You've rescued my beloved husband. I don't know how I can ever thank you. You are the bravest of them all. I am convinced you will find a solution to all our problems here in Steamer Town.
Ah, yeah, right. Solve everything.
I'm truly grateful to you for freeing Rumtalk. You are very brave, and we are all extremely proud of you. Really, I wouldn't have dared go back into the mine.
Why must you all talk so weird? I mean, I could have just told her to put on an accent, and it would have worked much better. But instead, you go with weird speaking.
Xantium? Now I can get to work straight away. I'll need the whole night to make the key, though. The best thing is to come back again tomorrow morning. And don't forget that it can be a little bit spooky in Steamer Town.
That means I'm gonna have to go to the graveyard. Just saved, didn't I? Do it again just to be sure. Yes, I did.
Oh, it's strange here. What on earth is that? What's going on here? Oh, oh.
Melvin? Hello, Mel. Over here.
Yes, here. Do you know me?
But, Mel, surely you can still recognize me. I'm your grandmother.
Grandmother? What are you doing here? I thought you were dead.
That's right, Mel. I too was convinced I was dead. Unfortunately, they didn't let me rest in peace. Evil spirits and demons recently invaded the graveyard, and since then have been disturbing the peace of all good souls. But I don't want to hang around here any longer, Mel. Please, send these creatures back to the underworld again. I know you are very special and can do it. Help me. The crypt is just over there.
Oh, it's quite a responsibility. But what the heck? I'll help you, Granny. Even if only for all the beautiful lullabies you used to sing to me.
You are doing the right thing, my darling. I will now open the door to the crypt for you. Melvin, my dear, for your own safety, I'm giving you this magic fireball spell. To ignite it, open your character menu. Move the cursor onto the blue tube, Intelligence. The fireball will now be displayed in the frame. Confirm your selection with the Action button and leave the menu. Now you can use the spell by clicking the spell button. Don't forget that the spell consumes mana, magic. Good luck, Melvin. Give the souls of our dear departed their long-awaited peace back again. And never forget that you are very special.
I now have firepower. Quite literally.
It's locked. I'll have to think of something else.
Water is the guardian of all life. Magic at all, do I? I'm glad for that healing spring. I was worried that I'd run out there for a second. almost dead. In fact, I should save. Did I just... didn't I? Poop. Poisoned. Really? Keep your eyes open and remember well what you see. I remembered well. Could show you the way. Ah. Secret passage through the wall. Now I never have to be poisoned again, or I'm dead. As good as. And poison straight away. One of you could have given an anti-poison thing, but oh, great. Well, you're about to die. Poison wears off. Luckiest piece of news I've had in ages. antivenoms don't work very well. That was fairly easy.
I found an amulet. It's got the name Ankh written on it. I wonder what that means. Perhaps it even has magic properties. I think I better wear it. That should be everything.
Melvin, you've done it. I'm free again at last, and the whole nightmare is over. Oh, you are a good boy. Never lose faith in yourself and your abilities.
Grandmother, wait! Stay here. I've got so many questions.
I can't stay any longer, my darling. But you are on the right path. Take this healing potion from me. It heals serious wounds. Have faith, Melvin. A great mission awaits you.
Just gonna run back in. Get the healing from the healing fountain.
I've just finished the key. Here, take it. By the way, I happen to know that your father keeps a diary. Perhaps you can find out more about his absence if you find the diary.
This must be my father's diary. I think I should read it.
6th moon cycle, 14th day. Found several strange runes scribbled on scraps of paper. Couldn't decipher them. Perhaps a message from the past. 15th day. Discovered a crack in the mine wall today. Seems to be a large tomb hidden behind it. I could make out stone shells, but nothing clear. Since it was misty down there, I must get nearer to it. 16th day. Had to help carry explosive charges into the mine today, so couldn't continue my investigations at the crack. Hi, Purple. 17th day. The earth near the power station was torn open by an earthquake today. That gives me the chance to investigate the burial chambers, as they must be very close to it. 18th day. Spoke to several friends in the mare. We will undertake a secret mission tonight and go down into the crater. We must find out what else awaits us down there.
Ah, Melvin, there you are. Have you found what you were looking for? Anything new about the whereabouts of your father?
Yes! Luckily, I found his diary. On the last page, he mentions a crater in Steamer Town out of which the monsters emerged. Do you know more about it? Where is the crater? Has it always been there?
Well now, I could tell you what I know about the present situation, but I think our mayor can explain it better. He's coming this way anyhow.
Melvin, I wish I had told you before, but I am the one who sent your father and 3 others down into the crater. They are on a kind of secret mission. Of course, I'm aware of that.
Did you all feel that just now? It's as though another earthquake was approaching.
Great boiler! That must have been a power station. I must make sure everything's okay. Why don't you make yourself useful? We can use all the help we can get right now.
Very well. You may now enter Steamer Park.
My husband is the chief engineer here. He's got his hands absolutely full right now and needs all the help he can get. You can always find him near the power station in Steamer Park. Won't you go to him and see if you can help him? I would feel easier if I knew he wasn't the only one having to deal with all these problems. Do you know, I haven't seen him for days now.
Okay, let's start over here.
The water shortage is hitting the poor chief engineer the hardest, when he needs it so urgently to cool the power station down. Unfortunately, he still hasn't found a way to get the pump by the reservoir working again. The control wheel is missing, and although something similar could surely be found in the scrapyard, no one dares go there anymore because of the strange squeaking. What about you? Can you repair the pump?
Well, I imagine I'll have to.
That stopped it. As easy as that.
Wrong button.
There's a hole in the pipe. It must be blocked up.
Hi, I'm Spelk, and we're playing Heaven and Hell. Shona over there is our absolute champion. No one can beat her.
You want to go to the scrapyard? Sure, there's a way to get in there. But only true steamers are allowed into the scrapyard. And they're the ones who can play Heaven and Hell really well, like me. I'm the champion. Do you want to play Heaven and Hell with us?
Well, yes.
Do you want to be a proper steamer? Well, I'll show you how to do it, and then it's your turn. Now it's your turn. Start with 1. Very good. But that was just a warm-up. Now let's make it a little harder. Now it's your turn. Start with 1. You went wrong there. Want to try again?
I did not
go
on.
Wrong. Show us, dreamer.
I didn't go wrong at all.
That wasn't bad. But now I'll show you how we real steamers do it. Now it's your turn. Start with 1. Respect, Melvin. You've proved that true steamer blood flows through your veins.
Follow me. I'll show you the way to the scrapyard.
Thanks, Spalk. I'll try to discover the secret of the scrapyard. In contrast to heaven and hell, this should be as easy as pie for me. That stopped it. As easy as that.
Look, that's the pipe sorted.
I'm really very busy at the moment, but if you have come to help, you're more than welcome. Parts of the power station have exploded, and the rest is threatening to overheat. We really must cool it down with water. There's a reservoir over there, but the pumping station has broken down. If you could get the pump mechanism working again, we could flood the water tanks in the power station, but there's hardly any time. Can you help me?
Sure.
First, stop up all the leaks in the pipelines. Then you must take the control wheel to the pumping station so that you can flood the tanks again. On no account, forget to check the oil level in this machine. Just here on the back. You may have to add a little more oil to lubricate the hydraulics properly. Lastly, we have to equalize the water level in all 3 tanks using the valves on them. Do you want me to repeat that again?
No, I got it.
That's enough oil. That'll keep things running smoothly. The control wheel is missing.
Save. Yep. Boss incoming.
Ah, at last, someone's come to do something about this monster. I've been standing around waiting for hours. The council was going to send someone to tackle the scrap monster. But who are you exactly? You look a little thin for a warrior. Are you sure you've got the guts to face that beast all alone? Even though it can hardly move, I wouldn't want to face it alone. I wish you luck anyway. Of course someone comes in then. Put something in at some point. Hooray! The beast is dead. Now at last I can take care of my house again. For a dreamer beanpole, you're not a bad fighter, by the way.
I just ran in there and tanked its damage, man. It's hardly what I call tactics at its finest.
Is there anything interesting in the scrapyard?
Not anymore, there ain't. Oh, this is a pain.
Eureka! It's working! What a relief! The danger is over. The power station will now cool down slowly, and we can finally devote ourselves to rebuilding the houses. My friend, you've really helped to save our city.
Mayor, what's the matter?
Melvin, I believe it is time to leave. I absolutely must show you something.
We wish you luck, Melvin. Bring Godon back to us.
I swear I will find my father.
Be assured our young friend will make it. After all, he's a chip off the old block. Come on, we've got no time to lose. But before you leave us, we would like to present this ring to you. We call it the Ring of Life, because it reduces the effects of poisons on your body and promotes natural healing and regeneration.
Wow, what a fall! I'm glad my bones are all still intact. I wonder how Father got down unhurt. So this is the hive. A bit damp and uncomfortable for my liking. I hope I find the others soon.
Seriously, what's the regeneration rate on this? Regeneration rate on this ring? Anyway. A little distraction during the boss back there. That's pretty much my time to end the stream. But I'll be back tomorrow with more. That's how far I wanted to get today anyway, so kind of works out. Tomorrow will be the Hive.